Good morning. Good morning. How is everyone doing this morning, guys? Let's get this live popping and topping and whatever you want to call it. We are here. We are here. 9 a.m. live, New York, top of the hour. Let's wait for some people to get on the live. Hit that like button, guys. Whew. Look at Bitcoin rolling. Steamrolling right now. Bullin Softa, what is up? 9639. Thank you for coming on the live, fam. Good morning. Good morning. How's everyone doing, guys? Top of the hour in New York. Let's go. Cynthia White, how you doing? Margie, how you doing, guys? I need everyone tapping and smashing and tapping that like button if you guys are making money in our community. All right. Thomas, good morning. Yes, it is my birthday today, and Bitcoin is doing some fun stuff, which I'm very, very happy about. January 14th, Bitcoin pumping and breaking out. So London didn't do what I wanted it to do, but that is fine because all we did was we consolidated at that conversion line, okay? So guys, we consolidated at that conversion line. We're in the macro channel. I'm pretty sure everybody can see where Bitcoin's going right now. We might not hit 100K, but we're going to hit pretty darn close. Actually, we might not hit 101, but we're going to hit pretty darn close. We're going to hit, yeah, about 101, 108 to about 107. Honestly, when Bitcoin gets in this area, I'd be looking at taking profit, because that is just an insane pump. So we've got our conversion line right here. And we have got Bitcoin forming a fair value gap here, which is nice. You know, it is crazy because we're pumping on a Wednesday. But it is what it is. So right now, Bitcoin's breaking out the daily, right? So 18 hours touching the top, dailies now touching the top. So there's a possibility we break 101. Very big possibility, but we can see Bitcoin here touching the top of the daily. I hope you guys are making really good money. I hope you guys are setting your stop loss and some profit. If you are, hit that like button. Join beastlimitless.com if you haven't already. Let's look at our liquidity gaps here just for fun. Margie, good morning. Thank you. Happy birthday. I appreciate you. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for the birthday wishes. I am 30 years old right now, which is pretty crazy. I didn't really, I don't know. I feel kind of weird a bit, but it is what it is. Obviously, that comes with the birthday. Now, there's a possibility that we do come back down to 96.6 and backtest this range and then continue up. Just because that is a fair value gap. But yeah, Bitcoin's raging. Now that we're touching the top of the RSI, guys, things are going to get fun. The question is, are we going to break that 101 or 100, or are we going to reverse? Well, typically when you break out on the macro, there's a big possibility we break out of that. If we don't break out of that, might take profit. Honestly, anywhere around 100K would be a good take profit, guys. But You might not hit 101. You might hit 101. As of right now, your equilibrium. As of right now, your equilibrium is anywhere from 101.6 to about 104. So that is on the daily, and pretty much that is what we're going to be targeting. Of course, we do need to break this premium high right here. Once we break this premium high, yeah, 101 to 105 is pretty much what we're looking at. You can see on the daily that that's your equilibrium. That's your major resistance. And you can see Bitcoin is popping off. But we may get a retrace on the fair value gap. 296.1 possibly. I don't know. I don't think it'll happen, but if it happens, it's just back testing that fair value gap. At this point, you guys could see Bitcoin is playing out the channel, bouncing off the conversion line, and absolutely popping off. All of our lives have been targeting 100K in the past 24 hours. All right. So there you have it, guys, on Bitcoin. If you're looking at Tether DOM, Tips, how you doing, fam? I appreciate you. I'm going to look at Dash, guys, because Dash is looking really good. We're just crushing the lives, live after live after live. Yeah, but if you're looking at Tether DOM, guys, Tether DOM is rolling over. And you can see people selling out of stable coins into Bitcoin, essentially. Argil, I should start the New York live earlier. The problem, of course, I'm coughing this morning. James, how you doing? The problem with me starting the New York live earlier is there's too much manipulation in the first hour, and I don't really know the true direction. So typically, if we're going to drop or pump or whatever, we don't actually know the true direction until the hour after. And with doing a lot of lives, I can't just be live for 3 hours. So typically after the first hour, you're going to get the real direction. Look at that bull flag breakout into London technically, and then New York just popped it right there, right? So I can't focus on the lives in the first hour. You guys see how I am on the first hour in the lives. I can't focus. That there isn't really much. I'm just looking at the Bitcoin chart. At least here I could look at a couple coins, stuff like that. So Dash, guys, look at Dash. We looked at Dash on the live yesterday, $56. And now Dash is popping off. Now, we are getting some major resistance. We are getting some major resistance here on Dash in the shorter term. But look at Dash. We're looking at that resistance here. If you crack this resistance, guys, we are going to fly all the way up to 235. Massive profits on Dash, guys. Dash is looking fire, and more fire. I took that Dash trade. Let's go, James. Guys, if you guys are winning, I need you posting in beastlimitless.com. Look at Loza. Bang. Right there, 65 to 77. Crushing it. Okay? Guys, set your stop losses and profit, but make sure you are putting in the win section all of your wins. It keeps me motivated to do the lives and all of that. So Dash is popping, which we obviously seen right there. You had a nice big candle on Dash. Slack, what is up? Appreciate you for joining the live. Let's go, fam. CJDV, are you still in that Bitcoin long? I know you don't usually hold trades, but shout out to everybody on the New York session live. So again, guys, Bitcoin on the 18 hours moving up. We're probably going to get a ton of momentum before the 18-hour close. We got this 4-hour about to close in 36 minutes. So I would like to close above this wick on the 4-hour. If we close above this wick on the 4-hour, we know we're gone essentially. Bitcoin kind of faked out into London yesterday a bit. All London did was range, but here you can see you're bouncing off that low. Now, guys, if you are looking for a short on Bitcoin, I wouldn't be shorting it. But if you are looking for a short, remember I said, or you're looking to really take profit and, you know, see which direction Bitcoin could go, you need to be above this trend line right here for longs to play out, okay? For Bitcoin to be bullish, for everything to be raging, you need to be above this trend line, which is why yesterday on the live I was not freaking out when we were dropping a bit, because we did go above the trend line, right? All right, XRP. Let's see if our XRP trade is popping off here. So XRP is hasn't really moved yet, guys. XRP is lagging behind. XRP is lagging behind. Robbie, appreciate you. Thank you for commenting. I will look at Ski for sure. See what XRP is doing here. So XRP did break out. This was the breakout on XRP. So if you're looking at it long, this is where you'd be longing XRP. Sorry, guys, my cough is coming back a bit, which is fine. I'm doing a ton of lives, but essentially here, look at XRP, guys. This can run. XRP could take off all the way to $24. Sorry, not $24, 24%, 264. So Ripple's looking good, but Ripple isn't running yet, which is fine because it is lagging behind on Bitcoin a bit. And essentially, you're seeing XRP just about to take off here. So XRP is taking off the training wheels and about to run. So keep that in mind, guys. This is where I'd be getting into XRP around 215 to 217 and probably riding it all the way up to 264. That is a really, really good setup here. I'm going to set an alert right here. Has Ski broken out? Ski mask dog. So if we're looking, I forgot about ski mask actually. Shout out to everybody on the live, guys. Hit that like button. I appreciate everybody. for joining. You guys are awesome. So if we're looking at ski mask here, we did break out, yes, of the shorter term downtrend here. We definitely did break out the shorter term downtrend. So now you're looking at ski mask pumping to the top here around 2 cents, which it should. So yeah, you're essentially looking at ski mask pumping to about 2 cents off that breakout right here. That's actually really, really good profit. That's about 100% profit from where it is right now. Not looking too bad. We are in an initial downtrend though, but ICP's raging right now, guys. $4 on internet computer. $4 on ICP. Pumping pretty hard. Come on. Come on, TradingView. TradingView is being weird. Okay, there we go. So there we go. Where's Gizmo? Gizmo is always looking at ICP. Here we go. ICP is getting ready to moonshot here. So ICP has your low right here at about 265. And you could see ICP just about to fly to the top, which is about 958. Now, internet computer has resistance at your conversion line, guys. But if you break your conversion line, you are going to take off and run all the way up to, you know, about $9 off this huge rounded bottom. So if we look at ICP, we honestly, ICP should pump up to about $10, about that. $9-ish. And then after this, you're pumping to almost you're pumping to about $20-30, and then ultimately you're looking at ETH on ICP. 30 kicking my butt already. Yeah. Tim, how we doing? ZBCN for sure. So guys, watch ICP. This is going to pop. This is absolutely going to pop after you break this conversion line at about 481. All right, so ZBCN. See, doing the live at 9, I actually could look at altcoins. Doing the live at 8, I can't look at altcoins. And to be honest, with me doing a London session live, I can't wake up at 8. I'll be real with you guys. I can't do it. I'll be too tired. So I like 9 o'clock because I'm able to find more direction, real direction, after the first hour. ZBCN's looking okay. We're about to break out on ZBCN. You could, it did break out already. What am I talking about? It did break out. But you've got a macro resistance right here. So I can see ZBCN pumping to about 0.04 at this point. You are about to flip the bull market support band on ZBCN, which is looking pretty good here. So I can see ZBCN pumping about, 60% roughly. ARK, I'm going to actually set an alert on ZBCN here because I'm looking for that new high. So like I said, guys, Bitcoin could go and test that fair value gap. Possibility. I don't know if it will, but there's a possibility. And that fair value gap is around 96. ARK USDT. ARK is a moneymaker. Some other dimension. How are you? Appreciate you commenting on the live. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, ARK is actually looking really, really good. So ARK did break out. I traded ARK a while back. So ARK could pretty much pump all the way to about 0.02. Now it is in a downtrend, and guys, I'm really I don't like playing downtrends until they break. But I will say if ARK breaks this, you're going to flip into bullish, and you're pretty much going to pump about 500%. So let me, I'm going to put an alert here on ARK. We are at the bottom right now. And this could pump to potentially 0.02. So I put an alert there. XMR, IXCO, how you doing? Monero. Popping off all the way from this rounded bottom here at 444 roughly. You're popping off to about 721. So the thing about Monero is you do have a rising wedge. I don't know. It's very tough for me to say to short this. Very tough for me to say to short Monero right now. You have fair value gap after fair value gap after fair value gap. Yeah, Monero is a bit of a wild card. Hypothetically, Monero could come back down to this 3-day here at about 615 because you never back tested this fair value gap here on the 3-day, but very tough. Honestly, I probably wouldn't even try to short Monero until this 4-hour MACD crosses, because at least we know we have a bit of bearish momentum, and at least we know we have an indicator that is showing us we're possibly reversing a bit. But there are other coins to play, guys, and I'll be honest with you, Monero is just all-time high. There is a possibility we come down to that 3-day fair value gap for sure. Monero is the future. A lot of people are saying Monero is the future, right? I was telling people to long Monero back in February of 2024 at around $100. And guys, look, Monero is 7 something. Actually, let me see if we got a trend here I could follow. Monero is looking pretty good, right? So we did break out. It's really tough for me to say long short a coin when we broke out of a macro. We didn't backtest the daily yet, though. So Monero could actually come back down to about 558, backtest, and then continue up. if it is a true pump, it should backtest, right? So you see Bitcoin dropping again a bit, but again, you're going for this fair value gap right here, it looks like. And then that would be the continuation. We're pretty close to 100. We're pretty close. At least we have a fair value gap here now. Creating new fair value gap after new fair value gap is essentially what we want, right? We want to be ranging around 96. And then we continue up. Now we are looking at a pump probably before the 18-hour close. Not sure how big of a pump, and then throughout the day. But this is breaking out, guys. You already broke your conversion line. So here's the thing. We need to remain above 94.4 for Bitcoin to remain bullish here. All we're doing is we're ranging here. We're pumping a bit, but we are ranging. We're dropping a bit, obviously. But as long as we are above that 94.4, we're good, and ultimately above this fair value gap. So I would love this fair value gap to close red and then continue up. XMR is better than ZEC for sure. XMR has got a lot of volume in it for sure. All right, guys. So a lot of coins are the same area they were before. Cow Protocol, like a lot of coins are the same area they were last night. Internet Computer's looking good. Hedera's looking good. Hype is looking good. Athena's looking good. Pepe is looking really good. Was looking good. Let's see what Pepe is doing. Some altcoins are just going to drop as soon as Bitcoin goes down a bit. So keep that in mind. Let's see. So if we got Pepe right here, Pepe is on a little bit of a fake out here. So we are in an uptrend, but Pepe is faking out a bit. Back inside of this channel. I can still see Pepe pumping to the top here around 0.009. But again, money's flowing into Bitcoin right now. So altcoins are kind of just doing their thing. Some altcoins are running. But if you look at BTC.D, Bitcoin DOM, Bitcoin DOM is pumping. So essentially, total 3 is probably going to be flat. You got that nice breakout here on DOM, and now you're looking at DOM popping off here. And if total 3 is flat, guys, that means altcoins are flat. So remember what I told you guys about my total 3 chart? I trust altcoins, but I don't trust them as much as Bitcoin. And the reason for that is because we haven't actually broken out. Now, a couple coins are going to run. But if you're looking at your total 3, we have a bit more room to pump here. However, total 3 could still, I don't trust total 3 pumping until it hits the bottom of this area right here. Goldie, how are we doing? How's XDC looking? Aster. So again, guys, until total 3 breaks this area, I'm not trusting altcoins, which is obviously I like I like a lot of altcoins, but We haven't broken out. We broke out of the macro, which is great, but we need to actually break out of this area right here. Okay, Aster USDT. The money is really flowing into Bitcoin. That is where the money is going right now. And you guys can kind of see that, which is not a bad thing because if you're on the right side of it. So total of 3 guys, or not total 3, Aster broke out. And it back tested the breakout. Now you are kind of ranging in this breakout consolidation area right here. So you've got a nice breakout consolidation right here on Aster, and you're kind of playing the range now. So essentially what you're seeing some projects doing, guys, XMR didn't. XMR just flew. But some projects are ranging out of the breakout. So where I'd be interested in getting Aster, potentially Aster is going to pump to about 82, which is the top. But where I'd be interested in getting Aster is either at the bottom right here at 68 or at the breakout above 82. 82 above that, Aster is gone. So again, I'm going to set an alert. You're going to see a lot of altcoins do this at the breakout just because total 3 hasn't broken out yet. And then once total 3 breaks out, you're going to see a lot of these altcoins starting to break out. But you've got a nice triple bottom really on Aster right here. XDC. Is it pumping or dumping? Dumping, right? Perfect. So this is good because if some of the altcoins are dropping, guys, that's essentially what we want until the breakout happens, right? So if you're looking at XDC, you're probably going to see some altcoins drop because of Bitcoin, okay? Let's go, Satoshi. How are we doing? So XDC hit the top of that channel when Bitcoin was moving to 94. This should be the bottom in the shorter term around 0.4. 0.4 definitely should be the bottom. If we break out at 0.4 though, we are going to come down to 0.36. And I would love to get some XDC all the way down here or just wait for the breakout. I typically don't like getting downtrends on coins just because anything could happen. But yeah, XDC, you are getting a big drop here. And let's see what Bitcoin is doing. So Bitcoin is testing that fair value gap right now, which is good. That is what we want to see. We want to see BTC testing that fair value gap. 5 minutes almost oversold. 15 minute is dropping, but you're still above the uptrend, so that doesn't really matter. 1 hour is pushing up here. So after this fair value gap is back tested, I would say we're going to continue up after this 1 hour candle. 1 minute is oversold. 5 minute is almost oversold. And then you're looking for continuation. Now, here's the thing, guys. When Bitcoin hits 100 or whatever the top of that channel is going to be, 2 things are going to happen. We either break out or we're going to drop. If we drop, you're going to see altcoins absolutely get slammed. So make sure you guys are setting stop losses and profit if we start dropping, because imagine where altcoins are going to go to if Bitcoin is, some altcoins, not all, if Bitcoin is going to drop all the way from 100 to maybe like 95 or even 91, right? Possibility. The other possibility is Bitcoin breaks out of 100K and keeps on pumping because we're at the top of the RSI now. So that is another possibility. We are going into our red fair value gap here, which is about 101.4. I would love for Bitcoin to close red on this fair value gap, because then I know we're back testing. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It is what it is, but we're looking very good. Very, very good on Bitcoin. Bitcoin bull market is back. The question is, are altcoins going to get hammered or are they going to pump? Right now, altcoins aren't going to do anything until that total 3 breaks out. Masoki, thank you for commenting. Appreciate you for joining the live. Shout out to you guys. Hit that like button. If you're not in beastlimitless.com and you're new to the fam, new to the community, guys, join it. Come say hi in the pack chat. Shout out to Matt. Shout out to GP. Shout out to Loza. Shout out to Moises. Shout out to Orlando. Shout out to everybody posting charts in our app, guys. beastlimitless.com, all right? All right, so you're almost oversold in the 5-minute here. And then we should get that continuation back up to the upside after this 4-hour close is taking place. Now, again, guys, your bull market support band is right here. So if you flip this and get above 103, that's going to be crazy, because then you're just bullish right away. And again, if you guys are just tuning into the live and you haven't seen the parallel channel here on the macro, you're aiming for 133,000 in the longer term, but Bitcoin is pumping pretty hard here. So essentially, you're aiming for this conversion line after we break out of this, which is roughly 133,000. $133, $134. Now, if you're looking at the longer term, if you break this, you're going to 200K. And this is for the people who are looking at the longer term, guys. But we are, in fact, bouncing off of this channel right here. And you can see it. Your MACD is about to flip on the weekly. Here's your support on the RSI right there. So make sure you guys are locking in on these charts and profits. If Bitcoin breaks out, it will not stop, but it does need to break out of 101 or whatever this is. The channel right here needs to break out of 1. If it broke out of here, you're going to fly. All right, so it is a Wednesday. Some altcoins are dropping. Obviously, Bitcoin's bullish, which is fine, guys. Play what is bullish. IP is pulling back here a bit. I didn't really want to talk about IP until we had a drop. All right, so we know IP broke out. Huge pump. Little bit of a drop here on IP. So I'm going to draw a channel here. Story is looking like it could be a good short. Again, I don't want to short anything personally myself, but you could be breaking that uptrend. That 4-hour MACD is about to cross. I don't know. You have that fair value gap there on the daily. I'm not sure how I feel about IP right now, but we do have a fair value gap here on the daily. So it looks like Story could be back testing this fair value gap, ranging at the fair value gap right here, and then continue up. This double bottom is most likely going to play out on Story to about 15 bucks. But if we could get the retrace on this, I'd be drawing your channel on IP and just setting a trend from here to here. Possibility we range and then break out and come back up. All right, so 5 minutes oversold. I want to close red on this fair value gap. We'll see. 5 minutes oversold, so that means the continuation should be back up. This is looking like a Bitcoin bull market, guys, from last year. Altcoins aren't really moving right now, which is fine. We don't need to break out on total 3 yet. And I don't want to break out on total 3 yet. I'm all in on Bitcoin, and then after, I'll be all in on altcoins when we break out. We broke out already on total 3. We just need to break that range. Hit that like button, guys. Let's run up the live. I appreciate you. We did 3 live trading sessions, guys. 3. So today we're going to be live for Tokyo. No London tonight. I'm taking a break from 2 lives tonight. 5 minutes oversold. Continuation should happen. Let me see what Aave is doing because I'm waiting for a trade on Aave. Aave already broke out. Or at least I think it did. Yeah, Aave broke out. Dropped to 174. Oh, Aave's going to take off. So Aave does follow Bitcoin. So if you guys want to long on an altcoin, you're probably looking at Aave here at about 177-ish. Aave already broke the daily channel. There's a possibility here that Aave could retrace. Yeah, so Aave's just retracing that breakout right now. So there's a possibility we range on Aave here at about 174-ish to 175. Closed red on the daily. And then you're looking for an explosion on Aave. So make sure you guys are watching Aave, guys, because if Bitcoin pops all the way up there, Aave is going to run. Aave is already breaking out. Huge macro double bottom. Huge. Bounced off this fair value gap of 160, popping off there. Now you're looking at Aave hitting probably 308 at the top off that breakout. Shout out to everybody joining the live, guys. I appreciate you guys. Crazy 0007. Yep. BTC is looking good. I guess the retrace on Aave would be around right here. So if that is the actual channel in the longer term, Aave could pump all the way up to $600. If that is the channel. Obviously, you've got resistance around 400, but Aave is going to be such a good trade, guys, once we got that confirmation on that breakout. All right, so the 1 hour has closed, or the 4 hour candle has closed here on BTC, or about to in about 1 minute. 5 minutes oversold. So you guys could see the 5 minute oversold here. And pretty much this 5 minutes should take us to around 101, ultimately 100 even. We got 2 hours left on this 18-hour pump, guys, and we got 8 hours left on this daily pump. So after the 18-hour close, you're going to notice the daily is at the top of the RSI, which means that into the end of the day, we should be pumping pretty hard as long as this daily is touching the top, and it is about to touch the top. So when we broke out here back in 78K, we touched the top of that daily. We just had candle after candle after candle. So there's a possibility that we do break out of this little uptrend here and just keep on pumping. All right. So Bitcoin closed the 4 hour candle. You didn't close red on the fair value gap, so there's a slight possibility you come down to here and retest around 96.1. But with that 5 minute very oversold, I would say you're most likely going to continue back up here. Now you have another fair value gap forming on the 4 hour just at this wick. What that means, guys, is the market is very bullish, and I'm talking very bullish. Well, Bitcoin is bullish. Maybe not the whole crypto market, but Bitcoin definitely is. I don't know. I would say around 105 to 101 would be my take profit. But Bitcoin's not going to drop until it breaks that 15-minute trend. So there's a possibility we break out. We have a huge golden cross right here. But obviously, if you're longing Bitcoin from 93, don't be too greedy. Like, it should hit about 108-ish. Oh no, I'm lining up 108 to about 101. If I'm looking at my equilibrium, it could go anywhere from 101 to 105. I meant the 786 is 101. Yeah, so if we're looking at a fib, I have my chart on log guides, which is a bit different than you guys. But if we take this low from right here to right here, or this high from this previous low, night is pumping. Okay, we'll take a look at night. We pretty much back tested the 618 right here. So and again, I'm on log, right? So we're getting into this area right here, which is about your 5. Your 382 is about 103. So there's the possibility we go to 103. Because then I would expect Bitcoin to backtest the 382. But if you are ultimately looking at where it dropped from here, you're looking at your next take profit on Bitcoin around 141 if you're following the fib. Now, don't obviously do that because that'll be a bit. But we did backtest that 618 right there. 9, how you doing? Night is pumping. Okay, guys, so we looked at night the other day. And again, night is in a downtrend, which is why it is having a hard time to pump. But you can see that night is looking very good to the top of that channel. If night breaks out of this resistance, night is absolutely going to fly. We got a little bit of a range here on night. This could pump to about 8. Personally, for me, I'm going to wait to get into night until it breaks out of 083. Once night breaks out of 083, it's going to take off and run. All right, so we got a 1 hour here touching your 5. That 15-minute is dropping a bit, the stochastic. However, that doesn't really matter because you're on a massive uptrend. Yeah, now we just get momentum, candle momentum buys into Bitcoin until we pretty much hit the top. Now, obviously, in this area, guys, we're going to have a bit of resistance around 97. But this thing is raging for another 53 minutes here. And same for another 3 hours and 53 minutes. Orlando, how you doing? NASDAQ looks kind of toppy right now. Yeah, so the NASDAQ is definitely the NASDAQ is definitely breaking the uptrend here, or trying to, off of this rising wedge. And it looks like the NASDAQ is going to drop a lot. But Bitcoin seems to be going against the NASDAQ right now. See, the NASDAQ has a massive trend breaking, right? Craig, how am I liking the pump? I'm loving it. I'm loving it. It's really good. So the NASDAQ broke trend, guys, on the 3-day, which means, just so you guys kind of know what that means, the NASDAQ could pretty much dump all the way back down to 18,000-ish in that region. Will it drop to 18,000? I don't know. But you did break a trend. So typically when you break a macro trend, you are topped out. I can see the NASDAQ coming back down to 18. Okay. If Bitcoin goes against the NASDAQ, that'll be pretty crazy. Typically when I look at trading, guys, I'll be honest with you, I don't, and this is going to go against what a lot of people say in the market. I never look at news when I trade, okay? Ever. I never look at the news when I trade. And I'm going to tell you guys why. In stocks, you have to. As a business, you have to. But a lot of, now FOMC is a bit different because you do got volatility. But I typically never look at the news, never look at anything when I trade. And honestly, I don't even watch FOMC. If I'm trading on my own, I don't. And the reason being is because typically when the market has a factored in direction and you're following a trend, it typically is not going to break it just because of some news. A lot of people are so ran by news, guys. I would love to say some things on the live right now, but I'm not going to. There's some things, if you knew what you knew in trading, and yes, I know a lot about trading, a lot of people would scratch their head and be like, are we just being toyed around? Okay. But yeah, how I trade is I don't trade off the news. I trade only off of trends. I trade off of breakouts and all of that stuff, right? So now should you not trade off the news? No, you should pay attention as a normal trader. But a lot of people are getting toyed around by paying attention to the news. And what is happening is you're kind of just getting in your head. But more on that another day. I'll talk to you guys about that when I'm actually doing trading sessions and how the media makes you think that the market is impacting a certain announcement when it is actually not. But I don't want to say too much on the live. So appreciate you guys. Let's go. Bitcoin's almost at 97.3. Tony Gold, how are you? What is up, fam? I'm doing good. I am doing good. Who is making money in the market, guys? Who is making money trading Bitcoin? Who is making money longing Bitcoin right now? A little bit of a birthday pump I'm getting here. Volume is slowly going to come in the market. Now, is resistance legit and order blocks and institutional? Yes. But if you're trading stocks and commodities, you got to pay attention to news. Crypto's a bit different. Crypto is a bit different. I'm doing good, Tony Gold. I'm doing good. Craig, how you doing? Who's taking profit on this Bitcoin long and who is holding their Bitcoin long? Thank you for the happy birthday wishes. I appreciate you. Mini Moog, how you doing? Appreciate you for coming on the live, guys. Let's run up this live. Bitcoin is obviously pumping here. 444 CJDV, let's go. All right. I've been longing Solana for a month. Now it is looking very, very promising. Yes, Solana is looking very, very, very good. Thank you, fam. I appreciate you. So Solana's about to hit the top of that resistance, guys. Now, remember what I said about Solana. If it ends up breaking out for whatever reason, you're going to want to look at all the dog coins on Sol. Look at Bitcoin, guys, 97.3. And Solana's playing out that rounded bottom to about 166. Should be the top in the shorter term. 166 in that region. 167. But yeah, once Solana breaks out of here, you're going to fly. We'll see how our XRP is doing. XRP is slowly moving up. It did break out. It is happening very, very slowly, but money is in Bitcoin, guys. Institutions are buying Bitcoin right now hard. See, that 5 minute took us up a lot, right? So now you're pretty much following that channel. Parallel channels play out. Parallel channels play out, guys. Follow the parallel channel. They always play out. Some of them might lag, but they do play out all the time. All right, guys, so we're going to end the live there. Obviously, you can see Bitcoin is doing its thing right now. Yeah, you can see Bitcoin is doing its thing. I'm going to hang out, chill for my birthday, watch Bitcoin pump, take my dog to get groomed here in a bit, hopefully. And that is all I got for you guys today. Shout out to everybody watching the live. And shout out to everybody making money, guys. Post the wins. Appreciate all of you guys. Okay, we'll see everybody on the Tokyo live session today, guys, around, where are we doing? 8:30. Ty Scott, thank you. R. Gill, thank you. Hope you guys have a great day. Set your stop losses and profit. We'll talk to you guys later.